Barack Obama leaned forward and asked one question. DeSantis froze. The room, dead silent. One question, no answer, and the silence was louder than words. Can one question truly silence a senator? Because when Obama asks this on live TV, everything stops. The stage gleamed under studio lights. 2 chairs, 2 figures, 1 nation watching. Ron DeSantis leaned forward, sharp in a tailored Navy suit, voice brimming with confidence. What the left refuses to admit, he said, is that real education starts when government steps back, not when it steps in. Applause. He continued, not waiting. In Florida, we empower parents. We remove political bias. We restore freedom to the classroom. Louder applause now. His base was with him. Obama sat still, not cold, just calculating. A folder rested on his knee, closed. DeSantis turned to him, smirking slightly. You spent 8 years centralizing power. Tell me, Mr. President, how many kids did you actually listen to? The audience murmured. Obama looked up, calm, sharp, ready. He didn't answer. He opened the folder. 1 page, 1 photo. A chart titled 2023 Literacy Rates, States with Banned Books versus States with Federal Support. The screen behind them lit up with the data. A stark visual. Gasps. Obama leaned forward. No disrespect, Governor, but are you empowering parents or just deciding which books they can't read? And what he asked next wasn't in the script. It was the question that changed the entire night. Obama didn't raise his voice. He didn't wave his hands. He just asked, Governor, if a child grows up never seeing themselves in a book, what kind of citizen do you expect them to become? Silence. No applause, no shouting, just stillness. DeSantis blinked. His mouth opened, then closed. The moderator froze as if unsure whether to interject. Obama continued, voice level. You talk about freedom, but freedom without representation isn't education. It's censorship with better branding. The chart behind them updated again. This time, high school dropout rates, state comparison, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, all climbing. DeSantis sat back. His posture straightened, but his grip on the armrest tightened. He cleared his throat. We protect kids from radical ideologies. They need facts, not fantasy. Obama nodded slowly. Then let's give them both, so they can learn how to tell the difference. Scattered applause broke out, not from partisans, from parents in the crowd. DeSantis stared at the screen, numbers in bold. He had brought fire. Obama had brought receipts. But the next slide wasn't about politics. It was about a boy named Malik. And DeSantis had seen that name before. The screen faded to black, then lit up again, this time with a face. A teenage boy no older than 16, captioned, Malik J., Orlando, FL. A shaky handheld video played. Malik sat on a worn couch, school books stacked beside him. They said the book wasn't allowed anymore. It was about a kid like me, so I read it under my blanket with a flashlight. The audience shifted in their seats. That book taught me that my story mattered. Without it, I wouldn't have written mine. Cut to Malik holding up a college acceptance letter. DeSantis's face stiffened. He knew the name. His office had once flagged the very curriculum Malik had spoken about, part of a controversial reading ban. Obama let the footage fade, then turned to DeSantis. You pulled that book off shelves. You said it promoted division. But for Malik, it gave him a reason to finish school. Gasps rippled through the audience. DeSantis didn't respond immediately. His jaw moved slightly, His eyes flicked toward the screen again. Obama leaned in. "You don't have to answer me, Governor, but you might want to answer him." And the letter Obama pulled out next wasn't for DeSantis. It was from Malik, and it carried just 5 words that shook the room. Obama opened the folded paper slowly. No rush, no theatrics. "This," he said, "was sent to my office 2 days ago." He glanced at DeSantis. "It's addressed to you." Gasps. Obama began to read. "Dear Governor DeSantis, my name is Malik. You don't know me, but I know your policies. One of them erased the book that showed me I mattered. I don't hate you for that, but I hope you'll think about what happens when you take away a kid's mirror and replace it with silence." The room was frozen. No camera panned. No crowd reacted. Just gravity. Obama's voice dropped, almost to a whisper. "If you ever wonder who that law affected, it was me." He folded the paper and set it gently on the table between them. DeSantis stared at it, didn't touch it, didn't look away. Obama leaned back. "This isn't about winning a debate," he said. "It's about whether a leader can listen when the audience isn't clapping." For the first time that night, DeSantis didn't blink. But what he said next would determine whether this was just a headline or the beginning of a legacy shift. DeSantis sat still. The mektub sat between them like a live wire. He didn't touch it, but he finally spoke. "I never meant to erase anyone." His voice wasn't defensive, just quieter. "I thought I was protecting kids from politics, but maybe I protected them from themselves." The audience remained silent. No applause, no reaction. DeSantis looked at Obama. "Malik's letter, that's not the kind of mail I usually get." Obama nodded, patient. "You don't have to answer today," he said, "but don't ignore it tomorrow." DeSantis exhaled, then reached into his own folder, something no one expected. He pulled out a memo, one stamped with his office's seal. "Next month," he said, "we're reviewing state curriculum access for underrepresented communities." Gasps. He placed the memo next to Malik's letter. "I'm not promising anything," he said, "but I'm willing to listen to voices we've never invited in." Obama offered a slight smile. Not victory, not mockery, just approval. But would the audience accept this moment as sincerity, or demand more than words from the man who once banned the book? 3 weeks later, a small update was added to the Florida Department of Education's website. "Pending review, student representation in literature curriculum." No press release, no public apology, just a quiet shift. But the world noticed. Malik did too. In a new video, he sat at his desk, the same one from the previous clip. "I didn't think my words would go anywhere," he said. "But I guess one sentence can open a door, if someone's willing to walk through it." The clip went viral. Malik's letter trended for 5 straight days. Young people began posting videos of the first book that made them feel seen. In a town hall meeting, a mother asked DeSantis, "Did you really read that letter?" He paused, then answered, "Yes, and I'm still thinking about it." And in a college classroom in Chicago, a professor replayed the debate. She paused the moment Obama asked his question. "What kind of citizen do you expect them to become?" Then looked at her students. "Your job," she said, "is to make sure that question never goes unanswered again. Now, it's your turn. When someone asks you to choose between silence and courage, will you stay comfortable or speak for those still waiting to be seen?" Leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. if you believe that a single question can change a nation.